Hello, in today's video I am going to show you another free-to-play, low rarity, normal and rare only deck, so it will be usable for the upcoming normal rare only festival, which will be the next event in Master Duels. Of course, normal and rare only cards. So this deck is fairly simple. The goal is to summon number C104 Umbral Horror Masquerade with a rank up spell. So this card has a fairly powerful effect. When this card is special summoned, you can target one spell trap on the field, destroy the target. If this has number 104 as an exceed material, so the exceed you summon before you rank it up, it gains this effect. Once per turn, during either player's turn, when a monster effect is activated on your opponent's side of the field, you can detach one exceed material from this card, negate the activation, then you can send one random card from your opponent's hand to the graveyard, and if you do, halve your opponent's life points. Also it has 3000 attack, so as you can see this card is fairly powerful. So that's what this deck is built around. So it needs this one as material, number 104 Masquerade. This itself isn't that great, but it's still usable. But you mainly use it as material if you have the rank up spell. During either player's battle phase, when an opponent's monster effect is activated, detach one, negate and inflict 800 damage. So of course this deck focuses on summoning 3 level 4 monsters. And to do that I use the Seraph engine, because they are all low rarity star Seraph monsters. So 3 copies of each of Scepter, Scale, Sovereignty aka Chair, and Scout. So 3 copies each of those Star Seraph monsters, 3 copies of Kage to Kage. When you normal summon a level 4 monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. 3 copies of Teen Goldfish. When this card is normal summoned, you can special summon one level 4 monster from your hand. This also helps trigger some Star Seraph effects. 3 copies of Buzzsaw Shark and 2 copies of Right Hand Shark. 1 Lantern Shark and just a bunch of other level 4 monsters that can be special summoned. 1 Tennis Spirit Tana, 1 Photon Thrasher, 1 ZS Armed Sage. So those are the monsters to exceed summon on your turn. I also added 1 Speedroid Menko. When an opponent's monster declares a direct attack while this card is in your hand, you can special summon this card in attack position, and if you do, change all face-up monsters your opponent controls to defense position. So that's a nice insurance to protect your life in case your field is empty. And on top of that, it is a level 4, so you can use it next turn as exceed material. Then you don't have to play this card, but it's one of my favorite low rarity cards. So I just added 1 copy of Iron Dragon Tiamatone. It's basically a hand trap. If 3 or more cards in the same column, you can special summon this card and destroy all other cards in this card's column. So those are the monsters. Then the spells, the usual staples: 3 MST, 2 Book of Moon, 2 Forbidden Chalice. I only play 1 trap, Solemn Scalding, and of course the rank up spell, 3 copies of Rank-Up Magic Numeron Force to summon the Sea Exceed monsters. So other than this one, there is another one that is pretty nice in case you don't have 3 Exceeds materials, but only 2 Exceed materials. You can summon Rhapsody and Berserk. You can also use this effect then to banish up to 2 cards from your opponent's graveyard. And this can be ranked up into Requiem in Berserk, number C80. This has a nice effect. If it has this as Exceeds material, if it was ranked up from this and has it as material, you can detach 1 Exceed material from this card, then target 1 card on the field, banish that target, and no once per turn restriction. So you can, if you don't use this effect first, it has 3 materials, you can banish 3 cards from your opponent's field immediately with this. So that's the main reason you use this card. It also has another effect. You can equip it to another Exceed monster you control, preferably after you use the other effect, of course. As for the other Exceeds in this deck, just a bunch of low rarity Exceed. 1 number 50, 1 Fairy Cheer Girl, because the Star Seraphs are all fairy. 1 number 102. You need 3 light monsters. Star Seraphs are light. So this is nice if you don't have the rank up spell. You can summon this one instead. Once per turn you can detach 1 Exceed material, then target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls, half its attack, also negate its effects. If this face-up card on the field would be destroyed, you can detach all Exceed materials instead. If you do any battle damage you take this turn is halved. 1 Heartland Draco to get around stall monsters. 1 Diamond Crab. Of course, the best in my opinion, generic 2 material rank 4, number 70 Malevolent Sin. And because this ranks itself up over time, you can later use it as material to overlay Pain Gainer and the 7 Sins on top. So that's why you play those 2. And this is another one that can be summoned with a rank up spell. If you summon this, number 102, you can rank it up into this one, number C102. If you rank this up, and this has 102 as material, gains this effect, once per turn you can detach 1 Exceed material from this card and target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls, change the target's attack to 0, and if you do, negate its effects. Also it has another effect, if this face-up card would be destroyed you can detach 2 Exceed materials from this card instead. If the last Exceed material is detached, inflict 1500 damage to your opponent. So as you can see, a pretty simple, straightforward deck that focuses on rank 4 Exceed and preferably those with 3 materials, and then ranks them up with the rank up spell. Mainly built for this card because it has the most powerful effect in my opinion. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I hope I see you in my next deck profile video. Bye!